When the individual is faced with the things that men and women of the fire service and the armed forces see on a continual basis, it can have a profound effect on any individual. We see things, and I understand they see things also that most people aren't privy to. And you really got to learn to cope with these things, and you got to live with them the rest of your life. I mean, they're images that are ingrained in your mind, and it's just something that our community has a way of dealing with. And just like the fire service, the military has a way of dealing with the things that they see. I think it's very important to have the resources available for men and women coming back from the battlefield, so they can have these resources available, because they're not readily available. Everybody says that they are, but they're really not. There's not a ton of things that people can go and do when they come back. It's very important for service members to be able to come home and have a place to transition from life on the battlefield to life here at home. Back in October of 2014, I was reading a newspaper article about a foundation that was located in the Tidewater area that helps service members when they're coming back from the battlefield or transitioning into civilian life.
There have been a couple of media stories done, and one was July, I believe, an article in July in the Virginia Pilot. Channel 3 did a story and Channel 10 did a story. And I'm not sure which one Josh X, I call him Josh X, saw or read, but he reached out to me and asked if I needed any volunteers. And as you have seen around the property, I really need volunteers. So I said yes. And that's how the fire department became this involved in helping out. Long live the brotherhood. I think that once you're firemen, or firefighters, excuse me, you're in that forever, whether you quit doing that job after you retire or not. I see the exact kind of brotherhood and sisterhood going on with them that I did in the teams, or do in the teams to this day. And I also see a cross-section of a lot of military retirees going into the fire department, or former military. So I think it all blends together. I think it truly is another brotherhood and sisterhood. Since meeting all of the different firefighters that have come out here, behind the mask I see that, first of all, their hearts are huge. They have a strong connection to the military and appreciate that while you all are here keeping people safe at home, regardless of what the emergency is, and keeping us alive. They have a very strong respect for the warriors overseas right now who are fighting to keep us free. And I think it all blends beautifully. I see a huge support system, and it really is a very touching and tender thing to see men who risk their lives on a daily basis here at home, whether it's fires or accidents or people dying that they're trying to save. I see a huge synergy, beautiful synergy between the two.